What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of a older movie. I think it's like 18 years old today. Not today, but this year. It's called Trick or Treat. I remember when this movie came out. I don't know. I thought it looked okay, but I wasn't really sold on it. I mean, I was kind of young. I was in like middle school. I'm pretty sure when this came out. I remember I'm pretty sure my dad watched it back in the day, and he said it was pretty good, but I never got around to watching. I heard it's like it's like a horror comedy and stuff, and I don't know. I just never really got around to it. But I was kind of trying to look for like movies that I've never seen that like I've heard of or like heard like at least like mixed good things about. So I checked it out. It is. I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty good. They're like, I'd say within like the first half, there are moments where it's like I was borderline like, all right, if it doesn't start like really getting me, I'm probably gonna turn it off. But I started getting invested in the stories. I thought they're pretty cool. Like, I mean, there's a couple actors that I saw that I knew, so I wanted to give it a chance. Uh, Also, I mean, I was kind of bored, so I just kind of forced myself to watch a movie. So wasn't really in the best like I don't know, setting or like mood to you know to take it in. But I still thought it was pretty good, pretty solid. Like this, I don't know what it's called, but their little like iconic like horror uh, villain or whatever. He was interesting. It's like a kid, but it's like some pumpkin creature with like I don't know, has like the sack on the head and stuff. I thought it's pretty original, kind of unique and stuff. Like it can like get blown apart and its like body can like reassemble and shit. I thought it was pretty cool. And the stories like this one, because I know this kid from Bad Santa, and then I've seen him before. Like he's one of those faces that's like you recognize, but you don't. You know you've seen him in a lot of things, but you don't can't really like place him. Uh, yeah, I did not expect it to go where it went with like him like killing like he's like killing kids and like poisoning food and shit like that, and it's like his he has like a son and like just like a family man. But then like the twist at the end, like the end of his well, I mean, you see that character later on in the movie, but like his little story, like snippet of like what he's doing, like with his son and like carving jack o' lanterns and shit, like that. That's when like because the opening scene, I thought it was. I mean, it is a. I didn't know it was a horror comedy really until I started watching it. Like I forgot that it was like I thought it was just like a horror movie, and then I started watching. I'm like, this is kind of goofy, and then I realized like, yeah, this is supposed to be a comedy. But yeah, like his yeah, this whole story like it this was one of my favorite ones actually. Cause it is dark as fuck. Like I did not expect it to go there. Like uh, yeah, he's like poisons the candy, and then he they already has like a couple kids in his backyard in the hole and shit when he's like burying him, and then like turns out like his kid knows what he does, and like the jack o' lanterns that they're carving is the heads of the kids. It's fucking is crazy. And then this storyline was like one of the ones where it was taking me out of it with just kind of I don't know, like it was. I mean, like it. I mean, obviously, it's like I like some certain things about it, but I mean, obviously, Anna Paquin, she's pretty cute, and I mean those girls right there look pretty hot, but I thought it was just like I don't know. At first, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect like every story. I feel like had like somewhat like a at least a few of them had like twists that I didn't see come. Like they're like I don't know when it started kind of revealing that they might not just be like humans. I thought maybe it was like they're like vampires or some shit like that. But they're werewolves and I don't know. Kind of like looking back on it now, like uh, in retrospect, it kind of it makes sense. Like I actually at by the end of the story, I was like, all right, I kind of like that one. It had like some uh like some of the music choices and stuff like that was a little corny, but I thought it was is good. In like the scenes where like I thought it was originally, I didn't know it was gonna blend in. Where it's like I thought the guy with like the vampire teeth was I thought he was like an actual like vampire and he's gonna be like a story about that, but it turned like it puts it on his head and it's like he's just some dude that's like some freak that's like trying to get and he's just like getting women in the on Halloween night and stuff and like she becomes one of his targets and then that's when it twists it on its head and it's like oh nope they're fucking werewolves because she beat the shit out of the guy and like yeah is crazy it's good it is good story maybe my besides the opening scene uh I like opening scene like little story snippet. I'd say it might be my least favorite, but I mean it did have a lot of cool things. You know, some titties and some I don't know and yeah cool twists like werewolves and shit. You don't really see I don't really see werewolves too much in like movies besides like Silver Bullet and you got like Wolfman and the underworld and stuff like that. I can't really think of too many werewolf movies or like shows or anything like that. But it's kind of cool to show. It's like they're kind of spreading out, like making each story unique and different. It is cool. This one was dark as fuck. Like I expected that like it's like these four kids are like collecting jack o' lanterns, and they get this girl. Like I assume at first, I don't know. I didn't really know what was going on. Like I thought, like obviously these like a couple of the kids didn't like it. Like oh that's like the idiot. That's the like the outcast of the school or whatever. And then so I was like oh why are they like picking her up? And then I realized they're probably like playing like a trick or something on her. But then it kind of I don't know, like they're still collecting jack o' lanterns, and they went down to the lake, and they're like telling that story, and I was just like, oh, mate, like this is weird. I kind of forgot, like, oh, maybe they're not like playing a trick on her, but it turned out that it did, and then it turned out that the story that they were talking about, like the massacre of the like the special ed kids uh, back in like I can't remember how long ago they said it was from like that point in the movie, but I was like, oh shit, that's actually real, and like then their ghosts or whatever come out and like they're killing the kids and shit, and then she has a moment where she can like let them in, and then she chooses not to and just takes the elevator up, and it's pretty brutal. You hear like all the kids like getting ripped apart and dying and shit is pretty sick. But I mean, and then yeah, then you have Brian Cox's story at the end. He's like some old kooky man that uh just like it's like him and his dog. Like he's like one of those like hermits, like get off my lawn, like one of those type of old people. And he comes like this thing starts attacking him, and it's like a battle. Uh, like it's almost like a monster movie. Uh, story at the end, like the last like 15-20 minutes. And it has its moments of comedy and it has like it's just kind of it wasn't like scary or anything like that. It's kind of cool to see like this little creature like running around like trying to kill him, and he's like blows him, blows his guts out and like his brains out with the shotgun, and then his like fucking hand starts crawling around like it's a like it has like a mind of its own, and like starts putting them back together and shit. And it's like that's when he sees like a pumpkin creature type thing. It's pretty cool. I liked his story, and at the end it shows that like the first scene or little snippet story thing was actually like takes place at the very end, and because this thing doesn't die. Yeah, like they don't. Neither of those two die, and they like part ways, and he goes after the couple in the beginning, and then he goes back inside, and then the doorbell rings, and then it's like the special like the ghosts of like the special ed kids are at the door, and they rip him apart and kill him and shit, and then it shows that he's actually the bus driver from the story of the kids who were playing the joke on the outcast girl. But I thought that was pretty cool that like in a way each of the stories kind of linked up and everything. Like he was actually like the dude that was trying to be like a vampire or whatever, like killing girls and stuff, which that linked their two stories. And then you have like the kids and the bus driver linking those two. I don't. Yeah, and then like he's the neighbor of him, so that links that up, and it's all like loosely connected and shit. It's kind of cool. I liked it. I thought it was a good solid horror movie comedy. Like it definitely more horror than comedy, but it had a good mix. Definitely had an early 2000s feel in some moments, but that's fine. Like I could see myself watching it again. Maybe not like one of those horror movies you watch every Halloween, but I could see myself picking it up for like, picking it up on DVD or something pretty cheap, and throw it in every Halloween or so. Not every Halloween, but you know what I mean, like it could be like within the mix of the spooky season, Fear Fest, all that jazz, but I give it like a solid 7 out of 10. It's good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, that'll be it for this one. And if give the video a thumbs up. Follow us on our channels. Subscribe to our socials and all that shit. And I see you guys in the next one. And I hope you guys are enjoying the Halloween season as much as I am. Which, I haven't really been doing too much besides like playing some horror games. I've only seen, I think this is only the third horror movie I've seen this season so far. Which, damn, that actually kind of makes me sad when I realize that. Well, anyways, enough the rant. See you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching. Peace out.